I didn't think I would love recording this much until I got here. I have sort of this phobia, this aversion to being on camera, and I've had it for years. I thought I would always have it. I never thought of the possibility of growing out of it, but yeah, just being on camera, for the longest time was just not for me. And yeah, I often have made my peace with that. But then I came here, and I started recording. I haven't always hated being on camera. I have so many vivid memories of being in my bedroom at 10 years old, 10 or 11 years old, recording these very, very bad home movies with my brother on his 3DS in video quality so bad you could barely see us on screen. But in the videos you could tell we're happy, we're having fun, we don't care that we're making noise or acting stupid, and we don't care that we're doing it on video so other people can see it. You can tell, you can look at it, you can watch, and you can see it's just two kids having fun, and there's something beautiful about that. And I kind of lost that happiness, when it came to being on camera. I think it came when I started hitting puberty, when I started becoming painfully aware of how my body was changing and how weird that was, and how much it was changing in ways that were uncomfortable, in ways that I didn't like. And yeah, and it really just turned me off to the idea of being on camera. I remember my senior year of high school, I decided, something in me was just like, hey, you're not gonna spend your last year of high school being scared of the camera, okay? You're going to take pictures and videos, you are going to document your memories. You're not going to spend your last year being scared of being seen, okay? And I did, and it ended up being really fun. I captured so many memories, and for a while, I got that feeling of happiness back that I got from recording, and you can see it again in the videos. You can see just a kid having fun recording, and yeah, and it was really nice for a while. But then high school stopped. I graduated, and and then I kind of went back to being just hell no, get the camera away from me. But then I got here, and I met so many wonderful, creative people who, whether they know it or not, they encouraged me to, come out of my shell and, again, rediscover that love of recording and being on camera, and just the love for the process and things like that, And even though, yeah, I still do find myself being a little hesitant to be on camera, I do now. You'll see I'm a lot less reluctant to it. I remember before I would be I would be actively hiding my face if you tried to record me. But nowadays I'm just yeah, hey, and even though I do find myself preferring to be behind the camera and editing and stuff like that, I will find times, and I will find the time and the courage to, step out in front of the camera. And there is really nothing like seeing it all come together when you're editing, And yeah, there's nothing like it. I am happy that I can say I have the equipment, I have, the buildings to film in, I have the people here with me, here to support me, and I'm here to support them, and, just, there's really nothing like that.